Hello fellow cyborgs, today I'm doing a tag video. This is the, what's it called? Choose the Year book tag. I was tagged by Libby Stevenson and this was originally created by Mel's Bookland Adventures. I decided to do this kind of like real time with you. I went through and did it for the year 1955, which was my mother's birth year and also the year that Disneyland first opened, and strangely the most popular book of 1955 was Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. So that was fun, but I felt like all of my reactions to the things that I was discovering on the list was something that I couldn't replicate genuinely. So I thought I would film using my phone and then use my computer to go through the list thing and figure it out. So the year that I am right now going to type in, just for fun, let's do my birth year just to see what the top book is, but I'm going to pick another not related to birthday year for the actual rest of the tag. So let's just see what was the most popular book. Oh, Good Omens. Second most popular, Jurassic Park. Then it's The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan and V for Vendetta. And then The Five Love Languages. Could be worse, but I'm going to pick the year 1933 because my favorite number is 3. Going real deep. Okay, so 1933, The second question, let's just go in order instead of me just randomly doing stuff. The second question is, which books published in that year have you read, or if none, heard of? So the most popular book for 1933 is a George Orwell, which I have not read, Down and Out in Paris and London. George Orwell and I don't get on very well, so I don't think I'll be reading that. The second most popular is A Little House on the Prairie, book number 3 by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And then the third most popular is The Red Pony by John Steinbeck, which I have read and actually really enjoyed. So let's look, see if there's anything else. Lost Horizon by James Hilton I've heard of. There's a couple of like in series that I've heard of. So there's a book in the Jeeves series by P.G. Wodehouse, a book in the Lord Peter Wimsey series by Dorothy Hayes, a book in the Hercule Poirot series by Agatha Christie. Let's see if there's anything I specifically... Oh, okay, To a God Unknown was also published in 1933 by John Steinbeck. I have read that. It was super weird. Okay, so let's go to books that sound interesting because I just hit on a bunch of them. So I just found one called The Case of the Sulky Girl, Peter Mason No. 2 by Earl Stanley Gardner. I mean, who doesn't love sulky girls? There's also The Hag's Nook by the Dr. Gideon Fell No. 1 by John Dickson Carr, The Werewolf of Paris by Guy Endore, and The Horror in the Museum by H.P. Lovecraft. Also, there was a Louisa May Alcott biography. Let me scroll back up and find it. That sounded interesting. I would read it. Oh, Miss Lonely Hearts by Nathaniel West. Apparently sulky, lonely women. So Invincible Louisa, the story of the author of Little Women by Cornelia Meigs is something that sounds kind of interesting. So let's keep looking and see if there's something else that's interesting. Oh, there was another Lovecraft, The Dreams in the Witch House. Witchgrass by Raymond Queneau. That's another one. The Masters and the Slaves, A Study in the Development of Brazilian Civilization by Gilberto Freire. He has a Latin American sounding first name and a French sounding last name, so I don't know what to do with this. I'll just go full American. Gilberto Freire. The Barbary Coast, An Informal History of the San Francisco Underworld by Herbert Ashbury. Okay, I see you. Acting, The First 6 Lessons by Richard Boleslavsky. We also have The Incredible Adventures of Professor Brainstorm by Norman Hunter. The Werewolf in Lore and Legend by Montague Summers. More H.P. Lovecraft, The Other Gods. He was very busy. The God of the Witches by Margaret Alice Murray. Oh, the second Dr. Gideon Fell book was also published, called The Mad Hatter Mystery. That was by John Dickson Carr. Might need to look into this Dr. Gideon Fell. Might be awful, might be interesting. Just keeps going. I'm on the 150s. Vincent van Gogh biography by Julius Mayer Groff. Okay, I like me some Vincent. He's one of the only, I feel like he's one of the only, besides maybe Rembrandt. You know what, maybe I was going to say that you could call them by their first name, but I feel like there's more and I just am overgeneralizing. Okay, so that looked through everybody. So that I have read. I told you about the ones I've heard of a little bit too that sound interesting and I would read them. I talked about the most obscure sounding book. Maybe one of those non-fictions that I said to you. There's also the Crusade Against the Grail, the struggle between the Cathars, the Templars, and the Church of Rome by Otto Rahn. Sounds kind of... Oh! The Oxford English Dictionary, 20-volume set and CD-ROM, with CD-ROM, by John Andrew Simpson. That's pretty kind of obscure. CD-ROM. Oh, I remember the CD-ROMs. Oh, fun stuff in a hot potato. Okay, so I think the last thing is strangest book cover. They're really small on my thing. I'm just gonna stop right here because this one, let me just double check, has a skull on it. Oh, it looks pretty cool. It's from the Duc de Richelieu series, The Forbidden Territory by Dennis Wheatley. I like it. It's not the strangest one, but I'm tired of scrolling, so. Okay, so that was fun and informative. 1933. I don't think I missed very much, which is, I guess, good. Thank you, Libby, for tagging me and making me do a tag. I normally don't do tags, but there you go. I did it. I hope you enjoyed. To tag people, I would love to see M.A. Anders do this, and I would also love to see Game of Tomes do this if they haven't already, and I tag Acacia Ives to do this. So I think that is it. That is the tag. Now, the next video will be more normal programming, I guess. But thank you for watching. I hope this was kind of fun and interesting, and until next time, go do something interesting on Goodreads, I guess, and continue to be lovely.